Local elections are on Thursday. Joining us to make the Liberal Democrats' case is their leader, of course, Ed Davey. Hello to you. It's good to see you, as always. Now, let's talk about Sue Gray, should we just start with the arch-inquisitor when it came to Partygate at number 10. Have Labour got themselves in a pickle, or are the government trying to make too much of it?
I genuinely don't know. I think there should be this investigation, but I have to say, in all my dealings with Sue Gray, I found her a civil servant of the highest integrity and professionalism. So I suspect there's nothing to see here, but let's have the investigation.
Yeah, we are expecting to hear later what the government has found, and then there will be a further investigation, as you said, after that. In the meantime, you've got local elections on Thursday. Is this not all just a bit of electioneering?
Well, we are arguing on the issues that I think voters are concerned about, whether it's on cost of living with energy prices and food prices. We've seen with BP's huge profits, with the need to put the Liberal Democrat idea, the first party to argue for it, of a windfall tax to help people with their energy bills. We're calling today for a package to help people with their food bills. Massive food price rises we've seen. And in addition to the cost of living crisis, when we're knocking on doors, talking and listening to people, they're really worried about the NHS, whether it's getting a GP appointment, whether it's ambulance delays, long waiting lists for cancer treatment and so on. So Liberal Democrats have been campaigning across the country on things like the need to help people with cost of living, on the NHS. Another issue, which I think we've talked about before, sewage, the fact that the Conservatives are allowing water companies to pump their filthy sewage into rivers and seas. So lots of issues in these local elections, as you'd expect.
Yeah, let's pick up on one of them then, should we? And that's the weekly shop. The Lib Dems saying it's gone up by about £600 a year. But we are hearing that although it did go up 0.7% last month, those prices are going to start coming down quite sharply very soon.
Well, people have been saying that for a little while now, and I'm afraid your viewers would be forgiven for not necessarily believing it. Liberal Democrats have said to the government, you should have acted on energy bills with the windfall tax. You should now be acting on food bills. We've got this proposal, first of all, for a competition and markets authority investigation into the supermarkets. We've seen the high food prices, some of the highest in the G7 in terms of rises. We've seen the big increase in the profits of the supermarkets. So there is a real case for this investigation, alongside our other measures, for example, increasing the number of children who can get free school meals.
Why is it taking you so long to call for this investigation into the weekly shop cost?
Well, a lot of the things we've announced today, we've been talking about for some time. This investigation proposal we've come out with partly links to some of the evidence that's been emerging, particularly how food prices have been rising faster in the UK. And what we want to say to people today is, look, we Liberal Democrats have some constructive policies which would really take on some of these big businesses. And, the government has failed. And on Thursday, on the 4th of May, people have a chance to send a message to the Conservatives. They're fed up of a government that's been incompetent, doesn't seem to care, doesn't get it, is so out of touch. And if people want to change, in many, many parts of the country, it's a vote for the Liberal Democrats that can deliver that change.